Alright guys, welcome to This Week in Wrestling, covering everything that's gone on over the course of this past week, a week which seen both Raw and SmackDown hold their first shows post-draft. Raw kicked off the week with a brand new set, a new announce team, a new women's champion following one of the matches of the year, and they even introduced a brand new world title in the WWE Universal Championship. That championship's a championship that they're already pushing new stars for, as we've seen Finn Balor went out against a host of other new and established talents, including Roman Reigns, to earn the right to face Seth Rollins for the title at SummerSlam. Meanwhile, on the blue brand, SmackDown also had a fresh new look to it, with a new stage, an updated commentary team, unfortunately including JBL, and a mixture of new and mid-card talent that they're ready to take to the next level, starting with Dolph Ziggler, who earned the right to face Dean Ambrose for the WWE Championship at SummerSlam. If that's not enough, SmackDown also made the first move in bringing in some returning names, first with Rhino, who took out Heath Slater following a go, and then running a promo video to reveal the news I revealed in last week's episode that Shelton Benjamin is making his return to WWE, where he'll be a part of SmackDown. So that's how both shows started the new era, but which show did you prefer? Which are you most looking forward to? That's what I want to know in this week's question of the week, of which you can see Twitter responses below, but make sure to get involved and let me know your thoughts in the comments. Speaking of returns, this week also seen the return of Randy Orton, who appeared at both Battleground and on Raw, where he took an interesting shot at Brock Lesnar for his failed drug tests. Orton said it might take 20 suplexes to get to Suplex City, but it only takes one RKO to get to Viperville, no enhancement required. It's unknown if the line was scripted, but either way it's odd to see WWE bringing up such violations on TV, first with Roman Reigns and secondly with Brock Lesnar, who was revealed this week by WWE is exempt from wellness policy testing as he is not a full-time competitor. That means Lesnar will not be routinely tested as like other stars, and who WWE also confirmed will not be receiving any kind of suspension for his failed UFC tests. Speaking of Brock, WWE have announced Lesnar will be making his return to Raw this coming Monday. However, the more interesting news this week in regards to Lesnar actually comes from Paul Heyman. Paul was doing a Q&A at one of his evenings with Paul Heyman shows, where he began the night answering a question in which he was asked about going off script. Heyman replied, "Just do it. I may get fired, but if I do it and I do it right, then it'll be so spectacular that they can't fire me because I'm the one that has everybody's attention now, and they as business people will exploit me to the fullest and make me a bigger star in the process." Now, hearing that, you may think CM Punk in his pipe bomb promo, but later in the night, answering a question about Brock breaking Undertaker's undefeated WrestleMania streak, Heyman said there's only 4 people that know what happened that night: himself, Brock Lesnar, The Undertaker, and Vince McMahon. He then went on to offer up the conspiracy theory: what if Brock Lesnar was supposed to lose that night, but instead Brock Lesnar decided he wanted to win, so he intentionally dropped The Undertaker on his head to daze him, hit him with an F5 and then pinned him for real, knowing that as the guy that broke the streak, there was no way in which WWE would fire him because he's just made himself an even bigger star. It's a really interesting theory, and obviously watching the match back it could be the truth and the reason that Taker was so dazed and why he had to be taken to hospital, but what do you think? You can check out the video of Heyman answering the question in full using the link in the video description, so check it out and let me know what you think. While this week has us all talking about returns with the likes of Randy Orton, Rhino and Shelton Benjamin, Fox yesterday announced that American Grit will be returning for a second season. The show, hosted by John Cena, was the reason Cena had to take 2 months off TV last year, and could mean we'll see him do the same again this year to complete filming. Switching to the WWE Network, and WWE revealed their latest earnings report this week, revealing that the WWE Network continues to grow and reached a new high of 1.52 million paid subscribers in the second quarter of this year, an increase of 4.5%. Finally, let's end on a happy note as Rusev and Lana tied the knot yesterday in Malibu. Lana posted a handful of photos to her Instagram account which revealed the presence of some of the Total Divas cast, as their wedding is also being filmed to be a part of the show. So congratulations to the happy couple. So guys, that brings us to the end of This Week in Wrestling. I hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, I'd love it if you could drop it a like. Let me know your thoughts on all of this week's stories in the comments, including which show you preferred and your thoughts on Paul Heyman's interesting conspiracy theory. I hope you all have a great weekend. Until next time, catch you later.